To make this sleeve, you need about 1 yard of your Shantini lace for the long pencil sleeve, and then you need just about half yard or whatever fabric you intend to use on top of it. Now for the Shantini lace, I've already gone ahead to cut out my normal long sleeve. I have a tutorial on the channel on how to go about this if you're a total beginner, so that you can go ahead and cut yours out. Now our major concern today in this video is the cap sleeve on top of the long sleeve. So what I have here is a fabric that I have folded into 4. Okay, so I'm going to be using a method of cutting out a circle for this particular cap sleeve. So when you fold your fabric into 4, this part will be the height, and then this other side is going to be the measurement around her arm. So on this side, I'm going to mark my client's round arm measurement. It is 15 inches and half of that is 7.5. all right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this with 8 inches, just adding about ½ inch to what she has there. Now for the height, the length of the sleeve, it's not supposed to be very long, okay? So you can use 7, you can use 8, but because I'm using like a circle method here, I'm going to use 8 as well, just like I used around the armhole. Now from the center, I'm going to go ahead and mark the same 8 inches somewhere up here. Now I'm going to connect all 3 points together to give me like a curve. Now when I cut this out, it's going to give me a full circle. Okay, I'm just making sure that everything I have is 8 inches. Now once you're through with this, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is cut it out. Alright guys, so this is it. If you open this up, it's going to give you a full circle, but now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it open on one end to give me 2 semicircle, and that's going to give me the bold cap sleeves. Okay, so now once you're through with this, the next thing you want to do is you will notice that you cannot place this on the cap of the bottom sleeve, and it should actually look nice and simple. Now this particular one is not going to be very big, but it's going to just sit perfectly using this circle method. So I'm going to go over now and cut out lining for these pieces. So this is it. I've cut out lining for the both of them. I made the lining a bit shorter, just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is to just stitch down this area that I'm pinning down, which is the straight part. So I'm going to stitch it down right sides facing each other, and after which I'm going to turn it over to the right side and make sure that the lining and the actual fabric are now well aligned, and I'm going to iron it out and weave on the right side. So I'm going to do this first, turn it over and weave on the right side. That's the upper curved part. If you didn't understand the explanation earlier, now this is what I mean. I turned it over to the right side and then I weaved all the way across the curved part, and now this is what I have. So what we are going to do now is to place this on the cap area of our sleeve. So on the cap, just on the cap. I think my cap ends here at about 7 inches. This area I marked was too low. It was above, so I actually shifted it up before I stitched it down on the sewing machine. Just on the cap where the curve ended on your cap. So once you're through with this, you're going to go ahead and pin down your center of the two sleeves, and then you're going to bring the bottom of the top sleeve to where the cap started from. Okay, that's where your curve stopped. Mine is too low here. When I was done on the sewing machine, I actually shifted it when I realized that it was too low. Okay, so now once you've arranged it on the cap, you're going to now pleat on the upper part. So you're pleating the upper part onto the bottom sleeve. So it's just very simple. Just make pleats just like you see me doing like this. So you notice that it's just pleated nicely, and you will do the exact same thing to the other side, and then just stitch it down on the sewing machine. So let's go over to the sewing machine and do it together. So now guys, this is the sleeve, and I told you guys I raised it to just the cap so you can see the space that we have here. All right, so when we sew, we still have some space left. So this is what your cap sleeve should look like. Now if you want it to be firm, like stronger, you can actually add some stay or anything that can just make the sleeve, that's the top cap sleeve, firm. You can maybe use teeth or anything to just make it strong. Now this particular person that owns this dress does not want it to stand like that, so she wanted it to be able to fall. So that was why I just lined with my normal lining without adding stay or anything to make it stronger. But if you want it to stand firm, just go ahead and add something to make it stiff. Okay, so with that being said, once you're through with that, you're going to go ahead and attach your sleeve now to the body of your dress. That's the armhole area. So as you can see, I'm pinning it all the way around. Okay, so you can see what it's already looking like. So I'm just going to pin the other side, go over to the sewing machine and stitch it around, and I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other side of the sleeve as well. And once you're through with that, go ahead and join the side of your dress from the sleeve all the way through the body, and you're basically done with this. So I'm going to stitch this down now and finish this up. So now this is it. This is what I had after I was done stitching it down and stitching down the sides of my dress, and you can see how beautiful and simple it looks. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope that you actually find it helpful. It is a very quick and easy one, and it's something that I see in a lot of dresses these days. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will be seeing you guys in my next video, and if you're still here to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like this video.